What do we think of the move for Pittsburgh? What should they do at their quarterback situation, and how should they handle it, LaShawn?
I'm thinking they should go out there, right, look all around for this one kid in the same city, right, Shane Pickett. I think with these little hands that they talk about, he had 42 touchdowns, right, 4,300 yards passing. I mean, this guy, he can do it. He's a senior. That means he's a vet on a college level. You bring him as a rookie, I think that he's going to be more polished than a regular rookie that leaves early. And also, man, like he's played in that city where he's played in the cold, right? He's next door. You don't have to travel far. You can just walk right over to the Steelers, franchise and ownership over there. Talk to them guys, let them know what he wants to do, how he's going to play, and be their franchise quarterback. So keep him home.
Is that a good place for a rookie to go? You have Najee, you have Tomlin. Seems like a nice fit.
I think so. I think you have a great coach. Coach is gonna do the best for his players. Every player that talks about Mike Tomlin, they love him. I've met him a couple of times. I love him to death. I think the guys in that locker room, that franchise, that's like the only franchise I feel like who they really love their players, right? They're one of the most loyal franchises. You look at all the players they had, all the greats, right? They keep them for a lot of years. They treat them right with the contract. So I love them there. I think that with the defense, with the running game, Najee Harris, I mean, he's a proven young rookie that's going to have a great
best friend,
great career. So why not? That's the old Steeler football. Run the ball, great defense, and have a gutsy, gritty quarterback. That's Kenny Pickett.
The Pitt Panthers and the Steelers share a building there, right?
Share a building.
If I
facility. We will walk right across.
Yeah.
What's that weight room called now?
Aaron Donald weight room.
Yeah.
But back to when the Steelers took James Conner in the draft.
Right.
That was a big factor. We share a building. We know everything about him.
You see him every day.
You see him every day. You know his work habits. You know his work ethic. You can talk to people. You've got the relationships there. So if they feel good about it, they're going to have a better feel for him than anybody else in the entire league. So we'll see if that winds up being the case. To me, you could do that, by the way, and also do what I'm going to suggest, which is to sign Mitchell Trubisky. And
Trubisky. My God.
And
oh my God.
My belief.
Buttons are popping now.
My belief right now is that there is interest from the Pittsburgh Steelers in Mitchell Trubisky. I had Trubisky pegged for Washington. That's where I was sending him. And then they traded for Carson Wentz. So now I think Trubisky is going to reboot a little bit. I still think he's going to get way more money, certainly than he got last year. All of a sudden, he's the belle of the ball this year in the free agent quarterback class. But look, this is really important what we're seeing on the screen right now.
What's that?
His ability to move. Because Matt Canada and what he wants to do as an offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh, they couldn't do it with Ben Roethlisberger. They tried to manufacture it a little bit. Well, there's ways to do the read option stuff.
Right.
With a quick throw instead of a run, but now you've got the quick throw and now the potential to move. Whoever they wind up with is going to be a quarterback that can move. Mitchell Trubisky could be that guy. I understand he didn't play much in Buffalo, but for whatever reason, now he is the guy on the free agent market this year. And everybody looks back to what happens in Chicago and says, why didn't they get the best of them? Maybe the Steelers can.
Mike, you do know that the highlights that you just watched, that you've shown, those were from the preseason. You do know that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. And the same guy, right, that you talk about, we've watched his career. And Chicago fans can tell you this, they were not impressed at all, right? So I don't understand why everybody's so, crazy on Trubisky.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I think he had a lot working against him in Chicago. He had some nice performances late in games, and he showed some things that running ability is underrated, but it's more about this. You're a business guy, LaShawn.
It's about this?
It's about that, yeah. You look at why is he the free agent belle of the ball? Why I want him to go to Indy. Want to know why? What is he going to command on the market? Tell me, Mitchell Trubisky, $10 million? Why can't he be a Tannehill? The next Tannehill. You put him in Indy. We talk about all that money that they have. Get him on a cheap deal. Or so the Steelers, it's either look at the draft and get your boy Kenny Pickett, or you get somebody that has some experience, maybe some untapped potential, has a great coach like Tomlin there to uncork it and hand it off like that. I can see why it's attractive because of value. It's not about how good he is. He all of a sudden became great as the backup quarterback up there in Buffalo. People like him. It ends up being, it's not ideal, but can you compete with this guy and a $10 million contract for 1 year? How can you pass that up when a team like the Steelers are built to win in 2022?
Yeah, I think when it comes to quarterbacks, Kay, the reputation is what drives your salary, what drives that number. So because Trubisky has now had a year removed from the Bears, his reputation has gotten better, and now he's in Buffalo. So now it's like, oh, this guy's a winner now, even though he didn't really win any of those games. So it's funny. The NFL loves to recycle quarterbacks. I think Mitch Trubisky, I think he should get another shot. I think the one caveat with him is going to be what happens with the market, because now all of a sudden, if two teams start to like Mitch Trubisky, that number is going up.
Oh, way up.
I think back to the Chicago Bears one time paid Mike Glennon $16 million to not play. So for anybody to think that Mitch Trubisky is going to get anything less than $20 million a year, it's not happening. So he's going to get good money. And all he needs is two teams to really just create a market for him. And then a third team comes in, and now all of a sudden, it's a free-for-all. I like what you're saying about Mitch Trubisky to the Steelers because of what he brings to the run game. So I'll say, look, I think Mitch could be really good for Najee Harris, really good for Matt Canada and that offense. But I'll also throw out, you're talking about for the Steelers, they need somebody that can help win now and not somebody that's going to cost them a ton of money.
Right.
Marcus Mariota could be that option.
Sure.
If Mitch
Also
Trubisky goes off and he ends up being, hey, he's the big cash cow, he takes the big deal, Mariota could slide in there to Pittsburgh, and on a very cap-friendly deal, they could still draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
And then you bring in a guy like Marcus Mariota to push Mason Rudolph, or to hopefully he becomes a starter. We've kind of forgotten about Marcus Mariota. We see him come in packages with the Raiders. He had a winning season almost every year, I think, when he was in Tennessee. And I remember we were showing graphics of how good he was in the red zone and how good he was with the football. He had thrown like 50-some touchdowns without throwing an interception. So there is some ability there. And I think what he can bring to that RPO, the run game, look at the division. Baker can move. Lamar, we just talked about how is he a top 5 quarterback. Joe Burrow can move. I think Pittsburgh needs a quarterback that can impact the defense with his legs, can move around, get himself out of trouble. And I think Mariota could be a very viable option, and it wouldn't be too pricey. It wouldn't cost them the buttons on their shirt.
So Mariota isn't crazy, but Trubisky is? You were like, oh, Mariota.
Explain that because he can run really, really well.
Okay.
I think he can do that read option. I just think as a player, I'm in the locker room and I'm hearing we're going to get Mitchell Trubisky. I'm not excited. I'm sure the teammate next to me is not excited. Like, oh, really? Okay, wow. $20 million? I just don't see that franchise getting any better with him coming there. I just can't see it.
Can I give you something to reconsider both options?
Okay.
Because I know you love, there's been a lot of agent talk with you this week.
Right.
And that's my world. That's what I'm dealing in.
All right, okay.
The agent for Mitchell Trubisky, the agency, is Rep 1 Sports.
Okay.
They also rep Marcus Mariota.
Okay.
Oh.
Great.
They also repped Ben Roethlisberger for his entire career.
Interesting.
We getting somewhere now.
So if anybody's going to understand the building and the organization in both ways, perhaps it's that agency who has both of those guys. So
do we get a percentage? I mean, we're plugging both their guys.
I just want 1%. Yeah, 1%.
I'll take one. I'll take a half.
I'm already seeing tweets. I don't know why we're saying we have 30 seconds. We're in the beginning of an hour. Let's keep talking about it.
Oh, right, Kay.
I'm getting lots of tweets about $10 million a year for Mitchell Trubisky. I'm not great at math, but the cap in the South, it's inflated and it is ballooning at such a clip that $10 million right now is about what $5 million was about 5 years ago.
Yeah, she's right. You're right about that.
Yeah, you're all over. I love that.
I mean, the numbers are ballooning, so it sounds like a lot. It is literally,
Steelers
people,
have cap space.
It's 5% of the cap. So wherever a Mitchell Trubisky goes, that's why you get excited. Why TJ Watt makes a ton of money. Minka's about to get paid. You've got it. By the way, I know I'm saying they're a contender right now. You got to fix the offensive line. You got problems with the secondary with the Steelers. You got to add those things. And if you can win with a guy like a Mariota or Trubisky, why wouldn't you? The veteran window for a high-placed guy, you get Jimmy G with what he's making, you're not fixing the O-line. You're not fixing the secondary, but you are if you go to the draft or if you get one of these younger, unproven, untapped talent potential of these guys.
Fantastic financial breakdown.
Wow.
I will add one more thing to it. Jerry Reese, your general manager, when you were playing with the Giants, mentioned this multiple times. There are 32 starting quarterback jobs in the NFL. There are never 32 starting caliber quarterbacks in the NFL. So sometimes you run out of options. Guys retire. In the case of Jameis Winston, guys get hurt. And so now Mitchell Trubisky all of a sudden finds himself at the top of the heap, and he's going to get paid because there's just not enough options out there. That's why.
Well, get his money. So I want him to get his money now. So don't get him hating on his money. I'm just saying,
playoff team, man.
Yeah.
If you're in a locker room and it's we get Mitchell Trubisky, who could maybe do some things, but we also then we can get a Teron Armstead, and then we can get some safety helps. That you can pay some of those guys. Wouldn't pay Minka Fitzpatrick? Wouldn't that make you feel a little more excited about him?
Probably a lot better. I think with Mariota is even better because he can do so much. Throw the ball, can run the ball. He can run like a running back. You know, we have that type of thing where he can affect the game by running also. it makes it a lot easier on a bad offensive line. You know, guys like the DNs can't crash in because they have to watch out for the runner, like the quarterback. So it's just, I think, and you get a tackle like you just talked about with Big T, Tehran. So
yeah,
you make some different moves. I mean, you need some help on the defense like you talked about. So I guess the money thing is a big factor. You know, how much you're spending on this quarterback in free agency. But I think a guy like Trubisky may get that big number because everybody's going to bid for him, which is crazy. But that's not for me to answer. That's for the GMs.
Like Rep 1.
So Mariota to the Steelers and Trubisky to the Colts. We're all, is that?
Oh, and then don't forget Kenny Pickett now.
Oh yeah, now where's Kenny Pickett going?
So I would do that. Mariota as a quarterback,
okay.
right?
And with his
and then draft, I think Kenny for the future.
I'd love to.
You said that, and I like that.
That's something I wish
Yeah.
that the Steelers would have done so they weren't in this predicament. It's not like it's a surprise that Big Ben was going to leave at some point, especially how he's looked physically to end seasons lately. Okay.